Good evening, all. Thank you all for joining. Today we have Paramjit Anand once again with us. She agreed to give a talk on self-love today. As you all might be knowing, she's an advanced meditator and she helps people clear their blockages, be happy, healthy. I warmly welcome Paramjit ji.
Namaste.
Namaste. Please start the session.
Okay. Namaste, and thank you for such a warm welcome, Gurudutt. Today, I would like to not just only talk about self-love. I think it's important for us to experience self-love. We all know, hopefully we all know, that we are in itself pure love. And what we need to do is to remember this in every moment. So first of all, I'd like to begin by just sitting up tall, asking you all to close your eyes and joining in with a connection, a small prayer that we can all connect and be present here together. We can start together with 3 Oms. Please feel free. I think if you have, for those in the group, if you have the silent, otherwise the noise might be a little disturbing for those that are listening, but just tune in from your heart center. Right here is our heart chakra. I want you to imagine throughout this next 45 minutes that your heart chakra is opening like a beautiful lotus flower. We want to feel golden light expanding in this center so we can not only receive love, that we can also give love. So let's really enjoy the next 45 minutes, really receiving and giving the love from the center of our being. Okay, so let's sit tall, close the eyes, take a deep breath in, chant 3 Oms and a small prayer. Whoa. Asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityo ma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste to you. So to really experience love, we have to have some peace in our hearts too. Now, there's so many interpretations of what love is, but for me, the most important thing, the message that I would like to share is that you are love. In every single cell of your body, love is vibrating. That's our true nature, that's our true being. And when we learn to love ourselves, then we can also effortlessly love others. But if we are suffering and we're not loving ourselves, we don't have any self-respect, we're always worrying about what others think of us, we're always questioning our actions, then it becomes very, very difficult for us to express our love or to actually receive love. So I've been practicing yoga for many years, and it takes time to actually connect to your soul and to feel that you are pure love. And through yoga asanas, through the 8 limbs of yoga, we learn to open our hearts, to cleanse our chakras, so we are more connected to our true being. Now, today, I really want to give you an experience, and I've chosen a beautiful mantra. It's a mantra to open up our heart center, to receive cosmic energy, and to connect to every single cell in our being. The mantra is called Ang, A-N-G, Ang Sang Waheguru. Ang actually translates as like parts, and it literally means every single cell, every part of this body of ours, every part of us, Waheguru is the super consciousness, the super supreme God, as you wish to call. So in every part of our body, in every single cell, God is vibrating. So the mantra Ang Sang, that I'll put it in the chat box too, Ang Sang Waheguru, somebody's just said, okay, Ang Sang Waheguru. I'll just put it here for you now. And then you can just read that. Let me just share that with you. And that's the translation. The infinite being God is within me, and it vibrates every molecule and every cell in my being. Now, this mantra comes from the tradition actually of Sikhism. I'm actually born Sikh, but I've been a practitioner and a teacher of Kundalini yoga by Yogi Bhajan. And from the scriptures, from the Gurudutt side, these beautiful mantras were taken, and we use lots of different hand mudras, but most of all, we want to expand the magnetic field around our chakras, around our own magnetic field, so we can expand that, so the bright light within us expands out, so we become like a radar to enjoy love and to give love. So in this meditation that we're going to be doing today, we're going to be using mantras. So rather than me go on about self-love, I mean, if anybody has any questions or you're confused, what is love, what is self-love, what is loving others, please feel free to make this more of an interactive session. But most of all, loving yourself, learning how to respect yourself, to be kind to yourself, to forgive yourself. Forgiveness is one of the most important things, because we all judge ourselves so often. We're always comparing ourselves to others. We're always questioning, are we good enough? Am I enough? Is what I'm doing in my job enough? And unfortunately, we live now in this social media world. The internet has made everything so open that we're always comparing, things like either social media is fantastic, but it's also can be very disturbing and very distressing for those that may be on Instagram and see something and compare themselves, judge themselves. So it's really important that we try not to do that, that we are truly fully connected to ourselves, to our pure being, that we are, every single one of us, we are all godly. We all are super supreme consciousness in every single cell, and that we are enough. And that when you can learn to love yourself and accept yourself for who you are, all your flaws, if there's things about yourself you don't like, we all have the power and we all have the help around us to change, and if there's anything that you desire, it's about really, I always say, going inwards to understand where that desire comes from. Is it in the mind or is it in your heart? It's always important to learn and to better yourself, and to for me, learning is so important, but the learning also comes from deep within. So we have to connect. We have to understand that rather than seeking love outwards, let's go inwards. And that's what this mantra is all about, because I want you to have that experience. I want you to think, oh my God, I actually can feel something vibrating within me. And that vibration is pure love. And that pure love, it kind of vibrates out into every single cell and into your body and into your chakras and into your mind. And it helps you to clear so much. I'm just going to read to you just a couple of things about this beautiful mantra, that the power of what this mantra is. So just so I make sure I get everything in. So it says, Ang Sang Waheguru is meant for destroying unconscious habits and unconscious thoughts for which we are not willing to go through the consequences. So what that means, there's so many thoughts that go through our mind, and we're actually hardly aware of a few of them. But what this mantra does by vibrating it, it literally cleanses and cleans the cells within you. This mantra eliminates haunting thoughts. The individual consciousness merges with the universal consciousness. And with this mantra, we experience that we are not alone. The infinite one is within every cell and every limb of our being. We feel the divine presence removing all of our fears and our loneliness, because that's what happens when we don't love ourselves. What we do is tend to look outwards for love. We don't accept ourselves. So it's really important that we remember to treat yourself with respect, treat yourself with kindness. Make your number one priority your well-being, your relationship to yourself. As I said before, if you do something that you think was incorrect, learn to forgive yourself. Literally connect to your soul. You can place your hand on your heart and say, dear my soul, I love you, I honor you, I forgive you. We're always thinking that others bring us pain, but sometimes unknowingly we have this voice that, you know, we self-criticize, we question. And through these meditations, through mantras, through this chanting, you learn to become more aware. You learn to become more quiet, and you learn to listen to that voice. And rather than allowing that voice to be negative, we cultivate an awareness, so we transform it into positivity. So if you hear something that could be negative, you can say, no, that's coming from my mind. My heart, my soul is pure love. And then you can say some really positive affirmations, say some really nice things to yourself. There's so many tools and techniques to open up your heart center, to learn to love yourself. But today I want to give you an experience, because I can talk, but let's have the experience. So I'm just gonna, I hope you can see me clearly. So be comfortable. We're going to sit either on the floor in Sukhasana, cross-leg position, or you can sit on a chair with your feet flat on the floor and your back again, not leaning back, but just sitting up tall. So from the base of your spine to the crown of your head, you're erect, one long straight line. Now the mudra that we're going to be using, we're going to be taking our right hand and placing, this is what we call, the first finger is called our Jupiter finger. We're going to be having that straight up and our thumb just holding the rest of the fingers down. So this is like an antenna. It's like drawing wisdom from the super supreme consciousness, from Jupiter. This is the Jupiter finger. And then the other hand, we're going to have about 6 to 10 inches away from our heart center. Heart center is right here in the center of your chest. So taking the hands down. Now this hand is quite strong. The finger is straight, but you have to have your hand relaxed. And this hand is also relaxed. So it's not tensed. What I mean is relaxed. And I want you to just think about, from your heart space to your hand, a space. But what happens if you tense your hand? You will not feel this energy. You will not expand the magnetic field. So you have to have it relaxed. Okay. And this hand up as high as you can. If it gets tired and it starts to drop and it drops, that's okay. But have this finger straight up. Okay, so that's the mudra that we're going to be using. Now, the reason why we use mudras is, you know, every single tip of our finger is connected to the mind, and it helps to transform the neuro pathways that need to be transformed. So in our yogic tradition, we have so many different mudras. And just to very quickly show you, if you've never done this before, when I first teach, I always want people to understand the power and the energy that we have in our palms, in our hands. These hands, every single one of us, these are healing hands. So if you just relax your hands and then place them together, if you've never tried this, please join in with me. And the hands are not tense, the hands are slightly relaxed. And we place them together, leaving maybe just half an inch, even maybe 1 or 2 centimeters apart. Try and keep the hands relaxed and close the eyes, because if we close our eyes, then we can go inwards and feel from within. And just take a moment, making sure that your hands are relaxed, completely relaxed. And then just breathing normally, nice deep breathing, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. And then just notice if you feel any sensation, vibration. You can either take your hands maybe an inch away, 2 inches away, 3 inches away. And just notice what you may feel. You may even want to take your hands further away, 5, 6, 7 inches. Hands are relaxed. And just noticing that feeling, maybe expanding a little more, 10, 12 inches apart. And then just holding it there for a moment and just feeling from your hands. And then you can very slowly start to bring your hands back together. Very slowly, even maybe slightly moving your hands from right to left. Imagine that you've got now a big ball of golden energy in your palms. And then bringing that back together. And then just as close as you were when we began. And then just opening your eyes. And could you feel something? Maybe you can share in the chat box. Where is that gone? Anybody? Yes, could feel the pull. Fantastic. So I wanted to just show you this, just so you can understand. How do I take this down? That our hands are healing hands, and that with our hands, when we learn to relax them, we can really start to manipulate energy. We can expand energy, we can grow energy. So the reason why we have our hands here at our heart center is that the magnetic field would start to expand all around us, and you'll have a connection here. You'll feel this pull and this expansion. So through this chanting, we're going to be doing it for 11 minutes. So you're going to go into a beautiful zone. Okay, remember you're receiving with your hands here and one hand here. Now the chant is ung. So ung. And when we say also like om, or we say ong, if you just place your hands here and say ung, just try that for me. Now you're all on mute, so chant really loud. Like the most important thing is to feel that vibration. Don't be shy of your voice. I can't hear you. I wish I could. It's always lovely practicing in person. And just literally A-N-G. So the G really vibrates like and no doubt you can feel it just here at the top of your neck, at the lower part of your head. Okay, so the next word is sang, S-A-N-G, sung. And like when you hear a gong, it has that echoing noise that continues, that vibration. I want you to feel that. So it's really important. It's not a sort of sang, wahe guru. No, sang. Really feel that vibration. And the last word, wahe guru, it's like, wow, wahe. Wahe is the ultimate, super supreme, this unbelievable consciousness around us. So, wahe guru. So when we say guru, we don't just guru, we roll the tip of our tongue at the top of our palate. Guru, guru. Sang wahe guru. Sang wahe guru. Sang wahe guru. And then what happens, because we're going to be chanting it for quite a while, you might start to have a lot of saliva in your mouth. Now think of this as divine nectar. It's amrit, that we want to feel that saliva in our mouth and swallow it, and imagine it's going from the whole of the mouth down through the Sushumna Nadi, through your central column, all the way to your Kundalini in the Muladhara Chakra. Okay, so we're really absorbing this divine nectar. And at the same time, We're feeling that vibration in our heart and we're drawing in wisdom. Okay? So if anybody has a question, please fire it at me now. Otherwise, we're going to begin. I'm going to set a little timer. Go for as long as you can. If at any point you think, oh, I need to stop, I need to lower my arms, if you want to just sit and meditate on the sound, please feel free to. This is a mantra to get out of our heads and into the body and imagine and feel. It's not just in the imagination. You will feel every cell in your body vibrate. Okay? Just set a timer. Okay. So let's get the mudra. Left hand 6 to 10 inches in front of our heart space. Keep the eyes closed. We're going to be turning our eyes in and up to focus here, either on the third eye point, or if you feel any heaviness in your head, you can focus dropping your eyes down into your heart center. Okay, so keep the focus here or here. Let's take a deep breath in to begin. Exhale completely. Inhale. Ang Sang Waheguru. 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 Ang Sang Waheguru, 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 Ang Sang Waheguru. Now silently. Ang Sang Waheguru. Keep the arms where they are. Continue to chant. Try and relax, even though you may be feeling some intense vibration or your arms want to drop. Hold them up there just for a couple of more minutes, chanting Ang Sang Waheguru, Ang Sang Waheguru, Ang Sang Waheguru. Breathe in, Ang Sang Waheguru. Breathe out, Ang Sang Waheguru. Relaxing those shoulders, connect to that vibration in your hands, in your arms. Every cell in your body vibrates. Cleansing, clearing, expanding your heart center. So you are a receptor for love. You welcome love and you give love. Give love to all unconditionally. Love is your true nature. Last chant, Ang Sang Waheguru. Keeping the eyes closed, relaxing your right arm, bringing your left hand close, literally touching your heart center with your right hand on top. Keep the shoulders relaxed, the hands relaxed. Just connect inwardly. Feel the vibration of your expanded heart center. And repeat silently in your mind, into your heart, I am love. I am love. I am here to love everybody and everything. I am here to love everybody and everything. I am love. I am love. Opening your heart center and project your love outwards to all those in need for love, all those that may be suffering, anyone that you may know personally that needs your love, this love filled with joy and happiness. comfort and care. If you know anyone that may be suffering from sadness, depression, sickness, send your love, this healing love. See that person or those people, can be animals, can be Mother Earth. See that with your mind's eye. Open up to your creative imagination. Visualize your love projecting outwards like a beam of light, golden light, beaming out of you, expanding, expanding. Taking your hand slowly, a few inches away, as if you're expanding, like your hands are still touching back of the palm, on the other palm, expanding as if a balloon of love is growing all around you. You can open and release your hands slightly, just projecting your love outwards. Feel that love pour out to the universe. Share your love with all those that need your love right now. Love is abundant. We have the power to open up this heart center and feel every cell vibrating that love that you share. Like this golden ball of light expands and expands, bigger than you, bigger than the room that you're in, bigger than the city that you're in, going out to all the countries, the continents, out into the vast space of the universe, expanding out to all of the galaxies, the stars, universes. All of our loves merge into one, brightest light expanding outwards. Take a deep breath in, and now draw all that love that's merged into one, back towards you, back towards you. Drawing in the love of the universes, the stars, the galaxies, all the continents, the countries, drawing it in, bringing your hands together as it comes closer, as if the ball is shrinking, coming closer and closer into this city you're in, into this space, this house, this room. And then once again, your left hand is on your heart center and your right hand is above, relaxing your elbows, condensing that ball of golden light, the universal love, into your heart center. It's the size of a tennis ball, and it's condensing smaller and smaller, now into the size of a small little golf ball, still smaller and smaller, to the size of a coin. It's the brightest light in the center of your being. And now this point of light is so bright, like the brightest star you've ever seen within you. And know that you only need to connect to that point of light that is you, to be love, to feel love, to give love and receive love. Love is your true being. With your mind's eye, just observe every cell in your body. Let your hands slowly come down into your lap. And just for a few moments, sit silently, completely still, observing every cell vibrating. Every cell is dancing in joy. Every cell is being healed with the pure love you are. Allow a smile to come into your face, feeling total joy and happiness, total gratitude for all the love you received, the love you gave, the love you are. Becoming aware of your breath, take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Deep breath in and exhale. And again, inhale, exhale. Before we open our eyes, we'll bring our hands together in a prayer position at our heart center, giving thanks to all of the blessings that we receive throughout this practice. And then we're going to rub the hands to generate some heat in our palms. Really give them a good rub. And then we cup the eyes, draw the energy from our palms into our eyes. Maybe you can see with closed eyes the brightest light within you. And then very slowly open your eyes, blinking a few times, adjusting to the light in the space around you. And then bringing your hands, open palms down, looking at your beautiful hands. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, so please unmute yourselves. Maybe you still feel like you want to meditate for a little longer, because I usually like to meditate for a long period after this lovely practice. But I would love to hear from you. How are you feeling? Did you feel any tingling vibrations? Could you see, feel, sense? Would anybody like to share? Please share. Goosebumps. Yes. For me, it's still very tingly. It's really beautiful. So Gurudutt, maybe people can unmute themselves, or you can unmute them. Is everybody still meditating? Quite a few people on the call. And also, if anybody has any questions or anything you'd like to share, your experience, I'd be happy to hear from you.
Thank you, Pam.
Most welcome.
I felt when I was meditating, my hand was pushing out from the chest.
Yes, you really start to feel that force. And the more we learn to relax it, the more it really feels such a beautiful, dense energy.
Yeah, I couldn't control it. It was pushing out of my chest, going away and away. I was trying to bring your 10 inches. Again, I was trying to bring back.
Pulling it. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
That shows how much love. You have so much love to give. Go spread that love to everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, most welcome. Most welcome. Would anybody else like to share? Any questions? Yeah, magnets. Yes, heart chakra vibrating. Yes, and this practice, if you we did it for, it was just over 11 minutes, but if you do this mantra chanting, you can do it for 3 minutes, 7 minutes, 11 minutes. In Kundalini Yoga, we say either 31 minutes, 62 minutes. If you practice this, I teach a lot of my students that, also have a lot of sadness, or they struggle with forgiveness, or they have low self-esteem. I always advise them to practice this mantra every day, like to try and do it for at least 21 days in a row, 40 days in a row. And then if you can do it every single day and just do up to 3 minutes or 11 minutes, because sometimes we don't have so much time, you will really feel such a shift in your energy. Like you will have this positive aura around you, and many of my students report to me how much better they feel. And if they stop doing the practice, that they feel a difference. They don't feel so joyful, so happy. So the tension just seems to dissipate, shall we say. It's more learning to live from a neutral mind rather than a negative mind, or too positive even. It's finding that neutral mind to live in. And Yogi Bhajan actually said, if you only practice this mantra 25 times anywhere, it doesn't need to be in sitting in Sukhasana or with your eyes closed. If you just chant this 25 times, if that's all you can do, you will feel a massive change. You will feel all your loneliness, your traumas, things that are within us in our subconscious, which are our prarabdhas and our chakras, all of the things that we need to release. It will start to fall away. So please. So when is the best time to practice? So this, as I just said, you can practice this anytime. It doesn't matter if it's morning, noon, or night. For me, I love to practice in the mornings, and because then I like these types of practices take me into a deeper meditation. So I like to practice then. I also practice in the evening, or sometimes if I'm walking, I'll just chant this mantra. So anytime is good. Anytime is good. And if you want to, I have an Instagram account where I've got many videos, and also on YouTube, many videos. And I also have a membership section. I'll type what it is. It's The Full 7. I think it was in The Full 7. So there's a lot of information on there, lots of little practices, lots of tips and techniques that you can do. And also next, some of you that may have been on the last class, I think I did in October, where it was an ancient Himalayan Kundalini Yoga Kriya. It's a beautiful practice. I think many of us experienced it. It takes you so deep into meditation, and it's very purifying of the mind, body, and soul. You literally recharge and regenerate new cells in your body. It can heal. I mean, there's so many benefits of this practice, but most of all, bringing the awareness, the calmness, the quietness of the mind allows you to open your heart further and really heal on a much deeper level. So if you go to Instagram, or if you want the link, I can share it with Gurudutt. He can share it with you. I'll be teaching next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and there's a link in my bio on Instagram, The Full 7. And yeah, please join in. I'll be teaching this wonderful ancient Himalayan Kundalini Kriya. It's a beautiful practice I learned from my guru, who is actually in India, in Karnataka, in Mangalore. And he taught me 4 Kriyas more than 12 years now, and I became a teacher of the ashram of Guruji a few years after I learned these practices, and trained with him for 2 years. Very, very beautiful practices. So if you want to learn more, please feel free to send me an email to pam@thefull7. And if you have any other questions, otherwise I hope to see you again in the near future. Thank you. Gurudutt, would you like to add anything?
Yeah, I think there are no more questions. Thank you so much. Yeah.
You're
Just one experience from my side. When you asked me to check the light, I was clearly able to visualize that bright
this?
light in you.
At this point? Yeah.
A very bright light.
Yes. And the more you practice, like really, we start to open up our Ajna chakra. The third eye will start to open, it will vibrate. Because for me, the more and more, and the years I've been into yoga and meditation and all these kriyas, you know, we're always looking outwards for joy and happiness, but the real happiness is inside. I always say enjoy is not en, it's in, enjoy. So that's that. When that came to me once, I was like, it's so true. We don't, you know, we go out to enjoy, yes, but enjoy is the best. There's so much to discover from within us, truly.
Thank you so much, Pam.
Thank you.
Very nice experiential session, in fact. Would like to have you again.
Yes, absolutely. That'd be nice. Thank you. Namaste. Take care, everybody. Bye.